Hello everybody and welcome to another SMITE video. Now today we're going to be talking about Camazotz, the god of deadly bats. Or as he likes to call himself, he's a bit batty. Yes, that is a joke.
Baseball, obviously, because of all the bats.
And he also has jokes like that. So, Camazotz. Camazotz is an ability-based assassin, pretty much through and through. He has pretty much no mobility at all. Based on my very limited playtime with him, he has okay wave clear, but he's not the best ever. He has very, very low mobility, so let's just explain why and show you why. So first of all, this is his escape. Very, very short. It's probably, I think it is the shortest in the entire game. It has a very long cooldown, especially default, and plus as well, that's all his mobility. He has nothing else. One of the things he does lack, especially in this kit, is he lacks any sort of crowd control at all. If you look at how much he actually does get crowd control, he only gets a slow, so he's very reliant on landing his abilities consistently and then just hoping not people don't jump on him, because if people jump on him, he's gonna die. And his ultimate is basically CC immunity with a crap ton of damage, but I feel it's rather clunky. Let's just show you now. That's very hard to aim. There's like no way of putting it. Very, very hard to aim, very difficult. So he's a low mobility assassin that has ridiculously high damage. You cannot understate just how ridiculously high his damage is, and I believe his scalings are ridiculous. He also has stupidly high base damage and very low mobility. So he's basically going to be reliant on, I'm going to say blank, as well as building as much power and defense, well, maybe hybrid items as well, as you can with cooldown. Camazotz pretty much would look something like this, in my opinion, as a build. Very much focused on power, very much focused on hybrid items, very much focused on trying to get the most out of you, the most out of pretty much every ability he has. Now he does have a very interesting benefit to him, and that is he has stupidly high sustain. It's nuts. If you look, pretty much most of his abilities can heal him, which is actually pretty nice. As I said, 2, which can heal him, and they heal for a lot. 200 plus heal on his 2, just off of scaling, is crazy. That's very, very good. That's up there with some of the best healers in the entire game. The only healer that comes to mind that has a better heal than that would be Guan Yu, but Guan Yu needs to have his passive activated first. If you have a look again, you see that his jump also has a heal on it, so he has very good heal. If he hits 3 or more minions, he basically out-heals most healers in the entire game, so he has ridiculously single target focused sustain, so he's very, very good in that regard. If you have a look at his passive as well, he also gains basically even more healing as well as mana sustain. From anyone that's died, they leave a pool, and he also gets a lifesteal buff. The problem he has, in my opinion, is he's an ability-based focused assassin that has lifesteal incorporated into his kit, but lifesteal really doesn't work off of abilities too much, so it's a bit clunky, and his entire design and idea is very clunky in my opinion. He's going to be one of those gods which has high damage, but if you snowball early on, you should be able to do a lot. But if you don't, he's not going to be very good in a team fight, but he's still going to be able to do enough damage, and you are going to have to build him like this. You're not going to be able to build him glass cannon unless you stupidly fire ahead. And then when you get to a team fight stage, he's going to fall off pretty hard because he has no mobility and no CC. His benefit pretty much is I'm going to try and hyper carry you with as much damage as I can and then leave the fight. That's pretty much what he will do. I haven't actually played with him properly, but as you can see there, his damage with like 2 abilities is nuts. And you can also see as well, there's the benefit of his passive, a little pool of essence, which means he can gain mana as well as health from that. So whenever anyone dies, he basically can see those pools, and they will stay there for, I think, like 3 minutes or so. So he's very, very good in that regard. He's good at cleaning up, pretty much. He's also in my opinion, probably going to be one of the best 1v1 assassins in the entire game, especially on ability 1. I reckon he could hold his own against pretty much Kali, which is pretty incredible when you consider it. But there's some thoughts and feelings on Camazotz, and I look forward to playing him. I probably will get some gameplay up on him soon. And there's not really much else to say, apart from he's going to be very clunky. I don't think I'm going to enjoy playing him because of how he's designed, because he doesn't, I don't know, when I look at his kit, he doesn't feel right. He feels very clunky and misguided. It doesn't feel like there's much synergy between everything he does, but I don't know. One thing I will say though is I love the character model. The character model is amazing. He is a giant bat, and he is, well, hilarious.
Darker it gets, the greater advantage I have.
He is just crazy. I love the sound. I love the entire design. I also love his walking animation too. I think they've done a fantastic job there, especially when he does a melee attack and then does that. Yeah, I honestly feel they've done a great job aesthetically. I'm not exactly convinced on the gameplay mechanics and kit design, but I reckon with 1 or 2 quality of life changes to make him just a little bit like smoother and less clunky to use, especially when it comes to his leap and probably his ultimate, I reckon he'll be better. But I don't know, at the moment, that's Camazotz, and I look forward to playing him on console. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time, I guess. And like a bat out of hell, I'm going. Yeah, that's awful. Bye!